2018.
Woo.
Actually, 2019.
Yeah,
I guess I should say.
almost. Because we're recording this. What days?
This
30th.
This will come out. Yeah, this is the 30th, but this will come out on New Year's Eve if I can remember to do it before I leave. I did that on Christmas. I meant to put it out.
Right.
And I got started doing Christmas Day stuff, and we stopped by here for 1 second, and I totally forgot to upload it, so I did it the next day.
It's okay.
Are you crying?
No.
Yeah. So this will be out on New Year's Eve. Or New Year's Day. Sorry.
All right.
I will give it my best shot. Okay. This is a critically average podcast. A year in review of 2018.
Yeah, short year. But
we haven't been what's it called, going all year round, but we've been watching movies all year round because that's what we do. So I have a little surprise for you.
Woo.
I set this up.
What is it?
I did a lot of research for this episode,
Oh, God.
and I would like to just package a year in review for you
Okay.
with some stats and numbers and figures and fun things. Okay?
Oh, God.
You ready?
Yeah.
This year, the movie industry made $38.3 billion globally. That
Good.
is up from 2017 and all previous years from there.
Yep.
The TV, video, movie industry made $286.17 billion this year.
Mm-hmm.
So that includes YouTube, Netflix, all that stuff, right? That's a lot. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
2 of the top 10 biggest box office movies of all time came out this year.
Infinity War and Black Panther.
Yup. And 4 of the top 15 came out this year. That is, without a doubt, the most of any year, period. Now, I don't really want to tell you what those other 2 are because they're not. One of them is Jurassic World.
Oh, yeah.
And I forget what the other one is, actually, to be honest with you. But 4. 4 in the top 15.
Was it that Grim? No.
No. I can't remember.
Probably, was it? I don't know either.
No. But yeah, 4 in the top 15 in 1 year.
That's good.
I mean, that's almost a third of the entire list
Mm-hmm.
in 1 year.
That's
So-
crazy. Is this was kind of like a down year almost.
Exactly.
At
So
one point.
as much as we are critical towards movies this year, there's been some of the best. But box office doesn't mean best movies.
That's true. Like Venom made a lot of money for some reason.
Indeed. Okay, Marvel comic book movies.
Yep.
Now this includes all Marvel movies, so branching into like Sony and all of them, right? Have made $2.223 billion. That's pretty damn good.
It's really good.
I mean, how much did they buy Sony for?
Oh,
Or,
I don't know.
20th Century Fox or whatever for? A few billion. So all they got to do is do that a few years, and they can buy another company. You know,
Yeah.
that's pretty ridiculous. Also smashes their budget. You know, their budgets are like here,
Uh-huh.
and then they're $2.2 billion. That's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the highest rated comic book movie of all time came out this year. That's Into the Spider-Verse.
Right.
At
Really?
97% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's also number 29 on the IMDb top best movies list.
Sweet.
I think it's higher than
Infinity War. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it's definitely higher than all that, but I just thought about The Dark Knight. Hold on.
Well, it depends on what you look at. Because if you go to like their top 250 list,
Yeah, it's
Dark
higher.
Knight's like 3
yeah,
or 4.
but I was just like, nope, still higher. I don't know why Into the Spider-Verse has a higher rating than The Dark Knight on Rotten Tomatoes, but it is without a doubt the highest rated of all time.
Hey,
Besides,
we got to witness it. So
and it's on number 29, and it's animated. I think that's the most important
that
thing.
is, yeah.
I mean, basically, The Dark Knight, realistically, is just a movie that has comic book characters in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you change all those characters, it's still a damn good movie. But, like, an animated Spider-Man movie, you can't really shift that around too much. Top 29. Oh, also, Infinity War is number 56 on the top 250.
Still good.
Pretty good. All right. This year, the average score for comic book movies
Mm-hmm.
is, first off, up. I did a few years ago when Fantastic Four came out.
Ooh.
It was a solid like 42%. This year is 77.3% Rotten
That's good.
Tomatoes scores.
That's good.
You can thank Venom for bringing that one down.
Yeah, I was about to say
Venom was a
definitely brought that
17%
down.
and really wrecked that average.
Oh, man.
It's like getting a 0 on a homework, man. It just pounds you.
Pounds
Okay. This year we had the largest black-led superhero movie. It's not the first. There's Blade and
Right.
Blade 2, but it's the largest by far. It's
Steel, the one with Shaq, right?
okay. And it also and it was awesome, by the way.
Yeah, it was.
It was really good. And it also had a black director, which is pretty cool. So we're moving forward. And next year we'll have the second woman-led superhero movie.
Captain Marvel.
Yep. First was Wonder Woman.
Right.
So
Well, and technically, I think you could count Ant-Man and the Wasp
true.
because
Co-led.
she's a co-lead.
Well,
Her
there you
name's in
go.
the
Thank you.
title
Just-
card.
We've had 3 now. That's good. We're moving forward. And you know what? The Wonder Woman was the best DC movie, if you ask me,
Right.
which is cool. And that had a woman director as well.
Yeah.
Stan Lee left us this year. I meant to segue sadder into that, but I just kind of read it off the thing. But yeah, Stan Lee did die this year, but his legacy will never die.
Right.
He gave us the character that brought us into the Spider-Verse.
Right.
So,
Thank
what
you.
better movie to send him off with? And I was just thinking the other day, I've been playing Spider-Man PS4.
Right.
You
You gonna tell him how you got that?
Do what?
You gonna tell him how you got the game?
I bought it for myself for Christmas. I gave myself a Christmas present. I was like, Will, you deserve a Christmas present to yourself. No, and without a doubt, this has been the best year for Spider-Man, I think, period. Who is, without question, Stan Lee's most iconic character.
Yeah.
And his most iconic character has been shit on over the years. So
It was,
for him, I'm glad he got to see, you know what I mean? Because I'm sure he got to see Into the Spider-Verse like as it was being made.
Well, yeah, he was in it, so
Exactly. So he may not have been able to see the final product, but he knew how good it was going to be.
yeah.
And so I'm glad that before he died, he got to see his greatest character get treated right, you know? Or you got to see him in an Avengers movie.
Yep.
And an integral part in that movie. You got to see him make a good video game, you know? And the last time that was done was Spider-Man 2 on the PS2, I would say. And he got to see Into the Spider-Verse get made,
Yeah.
you know? So that's good. It's a good way to send him off, you know?
Yep.
He's part of creating the longest reigning superhero comic book universe ever. /
10
longest
years.
reigning cinematic universe ever. Also the most profitable cinematic universe. And he is integral in creating characters such as Spider-Man, X-Men, Iron Man, Thor, the Hulk, Fantastic Four, Black Panther, Daredevil, Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, and Ant-Man. So a lot of those are Avengers characters.
Right.
So you can say his characters alone have made well over $10 billion, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Not to mention all the comic books he sold.
That's
That's
true.
just movies. So, and then if you want to look over here, I don't know if you can see, this is the list of movies that Stan Lee is accredited to. It is about 50 movies long.
Jesus.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
that's a lot. If you go to his IMDb page, it is a lot, and he's a producer on.
Yeah, I was
a
about to say
bunch.
he's always
He's-
like the executive producer or a
Exactly.
producer in them.
So, pretty impressive guy. A few to note: Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Avenger Infinity War, 2 of the biggest movies. Black Panther, you know, we've just been talking about this. Winter Soldier, you know, he's in basically all the Marvel ones.
Mhm.
Deadpool, which I think is important because that was the first fully CGI character, rated R superhero movie. You know what I
Right.
mean? And so he's integral in that. All the X-Men movies, which some people love, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's good for them that they're actually getting to see their characters. All the way back to like Blade was the first movie. Okay, he has movies accredited him before that, but Blade was like the first one. And if you ask me, Blade kind of like started the superhero thing,
Right.
and then it really took off when Christopher Nolan took the reins and
Oh, Batman?
made good movies. And then people were like, wait a
Right.
minute, these can make money. Yep. And he's also very important in saving Marvel from bankruptcy.
Right.
If you don't know, Marvel basically had to sell a lot of their characters
Mhm.
to make it so that they could actually keep alive, basically. And then they created a universe using their lesser known characters. So they
Right.
sold Spider-Man, they sold the X-Men, they sold Deadpool, they
Fantastic Four.
sold Fantastic Four, right? These are all their their top of tier characters. And besides Spider-Man, if you ask me, they've all become second burner characters. People don't really care about that, so that's really impressive.
Yeah.
And Stan Lee had a lot to do with that. So that's my year in review.
Cool.
I plan on doing that every year if this thing goes on for that long. So yeah, you get to see what happens next year. But I think next year's going to have a hard time topping the stats that this year has
I
produced.
don't know, man. Because we got Endgame, and then we got like The Lion King,
This is
and then
true.
we got the other two Marvel movies.
This is true.
I'm sure there's another. Isn't Aladdin come out too next year?
Mm-hmm.
So
And
there's
that
potential.
that $2.23 billion is just Marvel's comics. Like Disney on the other side has made basically 3 times that in Wreck-It Ralph and
Right.
other like
Incredibles 2.
oh god, we'll get into Incredibles 2 later, but and stuff like that is pretty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Their comic book section is doing amazing, but we often forget about how big Disney is, and they're killing the game.
Right.
There might not be another company here in a few years. All right. Are you ready for the awards?
Well, let's do our list first.
Okay. Let's do our list. I apologize.
Well, you literally just did it right before we started, so.
This is true. I totally forgot about it. So, because I was so, we have a lot of awards to give out.
Mhm.
So
We have 20.
20 awards. Do we? God, okay. 20 awards. So I totally forgot about doing an actual list this week.
Right.
Okay. So this is our favorite 5.
Movies.
Personal favorite
yes.
5, not the best movies, which sadly a lot of mine are in the best movie category.
Oh, yeah,
so-
mine are too. I mean,
So what you got?
my number 5. Are we going to go back and forth or just do 5 through 1?
I don't care.
All right.
Do what you want.
We'll do back and forth like we
Okay.
usually do.
Okay.
All right. My number 5 is Bad Times at the El Royale.
Okay. See, that might have made it on my list in place of my number 5,
Uh-huh.
but I haven't seen it yet
Mhm.
because it's not out yet, and I
I know, you
missed
can, like,
buy it, but you
yeah.
can't rent it.
Like, there's
Didn't
no
we talk
point in
about this?
buying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll check that one out and see if it'll make it on my list. It'll probably take care of this bottom one. That's
Okay. Oh, God.
So my number 5 is Instant Family.
Oh, okay. With
Mark Wahlberg.
Marky Mark.
Mark. I don't know. It's not a great movie. That's why it's
Right.
on my fave 5, not my best. Because I don't know. It's just a good movie. It was funny. It was heart wrenching.
Hmm.
It was interesting. I just thought it was just a decent little comedy movie. That wasn't really a comedy. It was kind of more of a drama
Right.
than a comedy.
Okay.
And I don't normally like comedies. So, yes. What's your number 4?
A Quiet Place.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, that came out so long ago.
It did. For real.
It came
man.
out like the end of January, beginning of February, right?
I don't
Or
know.
was that in March or something? I think we went to go see it on March 2nd. It was
That sounds right. March or April sounds like the right time.
It was a long time ago. A lot has happened since then.
Mhm.
Yeah, very good movie. Very good movie.
Yep.
John Krasinski.
That was our first
the beast.
episode.
It was indeed.
Mhm.
That's how important it was to us. We went back and reviewed it as our first one. All right, mine is my 4 is Creed 2.
Okay.
It's just a good overall movie.
Yeah. One of the. I'm trying to think. How many movie reviews did we do this year?
We did A Quiet Place, but it didn't really count because it was.
Older, right?
Then we did Venom.
Mm-hmm.
We did Creed 2.
Yep.
Into the Spider-Verse. Aquaman.
Then we did all the Marvel ones, but those don't count.
Yeah, but those are
Is
the
that
ones
it?
that we did while they came out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
We got a few coming up.
Oh yeah. Busy.
Indeed,
All right.
indeed.
My number 3 is also Creed 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That was my number 4.
Right. And my number 3 is.
My number 3 is Infinity War.
Oh.
Yeah. I never thought going into this year that Infinity War would end up number 3,
Oh right.
which
I got you.
I think is pretty impressive.
Yeah. Well, you've seen one movie I haven't, so
That's true.
'Cause my
I
number
don't think you'd like it, though.
my number 2 is Infinity War.
Okay.
So, it's a great movie.
But see, I don't think my number one would like. I don't know.
Okay.
I just don't think you would.
It's
like
your
it
favorite 5. It's
exactly
all opinionated.
Exactly. Yeah. Mine is.
Well, and you got to think you had a really good experience going to the movies. You
For
said you were like
sure.
the only one there.
Yep.
So,
It was
and
sweet.
were you in Dolby?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, like, cause I went and saw Spider-Verse twice. I
Yeah.
went and saw it with you, and we went to Dolby, right?
Yeah.
And then I went and saw it in just a regular theater,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like 10 times better in Dolby.
Yeah. For sure.
It just makes it better. So.
And that movie just spoke to me. I don't know why. But we'll get into it. My number 2 is Into the Spider-Verse. It's just it's probably the best movie of the year. We'll get into that in a second. But like it's just so good. But my number 1, I mean, this took the number 1 spot. What's your number 1?
Spider-Verse.
Okay. All right.
I mean, what else would it have been?
Man, I don't know. Venom? No. The only movie I think that can compete with it would be Infinity War for you, because that's what you've seen this year. As your favorite, I think there are movies that are better than Infinity War because I don't know.
Yeah.
You kind of have to know like what's going on in Infinity War to kind of like for it
Which
to
we
resonate
do.
with
We've
you.
nerded it out the last 10 years.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. Oh, I meant to put that. Shit.
what?
Go back to my year in review. We got a movie that we have been preparing for 10 years this year.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And next year we'll have one that we've been preparing for 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty impressive. Okay, my number 1 is First Man.
Yep.
It's my number 1 movie of all time now. So there's no way I wasn't going to put it as my number 1 favorite. So, yep.
So it is your number 1, like, favorite
Without
movie
a
of all
doubt,
time.
yes.
Okay. So if we read it our list, it'll be number 1.
Yes.
I think Spider-Verse would come and
Spider-Verse
just
is-
screw up my whole list, but
Spider-Verse is number 4 on mine.
I think I'm trying to think if I like it more than Shutter Island
Ooh.
because it's either 2 or 3.
Very different things.
I know.
It's
It's either
hard-
2 or 3.
It's the worst thing about comparing movies is like when they are 2 very different things.
Oh man.
It's very hard to compare. Like comparing Shutter Island and Inception, it's very easy to do because they're very kind of the same. They're very weird, They both
Yeah.
have the same actor in them. It's like it's just whichever one you liked, whichever one hits you better. But like Spider-Verse is like fun. Shutter Island is not fun, but it's very interesting.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. It's whatever you.
So I'd have to do some thinking about that.
Yeah, that'd be a tough one.
Yeah.
Lists are hard.
And the thing was, because after we saw Creed 2, I was like, Creed 2 could potentially make my list, like as the very last entry.
Mm-hmm.
But now Spider-Verse is like, yeah, I get out.
Okay. All right. Let's leave worst and best to the end.
I was gonna suggest
Okay.
that.
So what do you want to start with?
You want to start from bottom of our list up?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Do you have the same order that I went?
Sure. If not, I can just
You
scroll
can find
up
it.
and find
Okay.
it.
So our first award is the best facial hair award.
I have an honorable mention for this.
Oh,
I
yeah?
got so deep into
Then
this,
go
I
ahead.
was like, I just kept going. Okay, my honorable mention is a video game.
Okay.
It's Kratos,
Oh,
God of War, the new God of War game.
Right.
Dude, his beard is like magnificent in that.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Let me Google this for you. What's your number 5?
3. We did 3 entries for each award, and then we're gonna try to debate the our number ones
Look
to
at
give
that
them.
beard.
That is elegant.
Is it not?
That is.
It's very dad beard. Okay, what were you saying?
So for our awards, we have 3 selections for each. 3, 2, and 1, and then we're gonna try to debate our number ones together
Okay.
to
Yes.
declare who's the winner.
Yes.
And we could have some that are the same. So,
Okay.
all right, my number 3 is John Krasinski in A Quiet Place.
I have the exact same number 3. That thing is
It's nice.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took him a while to grow that, I bet. Your lights.
I told you. I warned you. I said it's been sus lately. I don't know what's wrong with it. I might have to get my dad to rewire it.
Oh, all right. My number 2. You ready? I have Jason Momoa in Aquaman.
Okay. I have Bradley Cooper in A Star Is Born.
Okay, I haven't seen it, so
That's fair, but I'm not gonna try to fight it for number 1.
Right.
Okay.
number 1, I have Captain America in
Oh,
Infinity
I'm
War.
glad we don't have to fight.
Oh, woo!
I love that beard. It's so
with
clean.
the hair combo.
Yeah, dude,
the
he's just looking like when
nomad
he catches the
stuff.
spear and he's back, you're like, oh yeah.
Oh,
And he
yeah.
just looks so cool. He looks like he's been a nomad for like a
Yep.
while and everything. Yeah,
I'm kind of sad that he had it shaved it for Endgame. Because in the trailer,
true. Yeah, he doesn't have it. He's
Mm-mm.
going.
So sad.
What does he say? I hope this works.
Or I know it will, because I don't know what I'm gonna do if it doesn't.
Yeah, and he's crying. This movie's gonna be so sad, dude.
Dude. Oh, man.
Did I send you the other thing? It was like Endgame is gonna be 3 hours long.
Yeah.
And you were like, it's gonna be the best
3 hours of crying.
3 hours of crying in my life.
Here's the kitty.
There he is. Another good one is, wait a minute, what?
Facial hair? Is that what we're talking about? Uh-oh. What happened?
No, we're good. Sorry,
Okay.
I got confused. Okay,
Hey, buddy.
what's your next? My next one's I can't believe you've done this.
Yep, mine too.
Okay,
And
so
you know what I based that off of, right?
Oh yeah, the meme.
Yeah.
I mean, so there's this meme, right, where there's these 2 Australian dudes sitting in their room. If you haven't seen it, just YouTube. I can't believe you've done this. And so they're like starting a video, like a vlog or something.
That guy
Okay.
is anyway.
Yeah, the guy, and he goes, okay, so, and then his friend just wallops him right in the freaking face. And he goes, oh, fuck, I can't believe you've done this. That's pretty much it.
Yep. So basically, what movie felt like a slap in the face to watch?
Exactly.
That's what it means.
Yep.
My number 3. This movie, I don't know if it's going to be on your list, or any of these.
I'm curious.
It is the Cloverfield Paradox.
Mine is, it is on here
Oh,
somewhere
okay.
else.
Sweet.
I did a lot of research.
Oh,
for
dude, I
this,
did too. I did too.
spent hours doing this yesterday. Okay. It's not on this list, but
Okay.
okay. That's a good one for this.
It is.
Because
I remember we watched that all
we watched
together.
it together, and it was
Because it was it wasn't directly after the Super Bowl, but that's when it came out.
yeah. And so
And-
the next night we were like, hey, let's all watch that together. We all like the Cloverfield movies.
Mhm.
God, that was garbage.
Yeah.
The thing I hate most about that movie is that they went, hey, you know how we could tie this into the Cloverfield universe? Because, by the way, it was supposed to be a movie called The God Particle that Netflix was creating. And then, who's the guy that...
Was it J.J. Abrams?
J.J. Abrams was like, hey, you want to make this a
Cloverfield?
Cloverfield movie so that we can brand it better? Fucking... They threw a Cloverfield monster in at the very end. That's the tie-in.
Yep.
Also, you can tell which parts are the God particle and which parts are the Cloverfield parts because none of the on Earth parts, except for them talking to like NASA or whatever, they're all remade. So the guys walking around with the monster and the little girl and all that, completely just thrown in there to make it a Cloverfield movie.
Yep.
Garbage.
Yep.
Definitely a slap in the face.
Well,
But
and also, A Quiet Place was supposed to be, but they changed it.
that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
I mean,
It could have worked easly.
10 times better than what they did.
Yep.
I'm glad John Krasinski was like, I'm going to step away from that. Because I'm sure he had. All right, my number 3 is Venom.
Okay. That's my number 2.
Okay, cool. I think Venom just like, the reason I think it's a slap in the face is just because I just don't think they're ready for that character yet. Like, he's
Right.
so freaking cool, right? And I just don't think they're ready for it yet.
Yep.
I think if Spider-Verse would have came out first, they would have been in big trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Because people would have
been
gone and
rioting.
watched Venom and been like, whoa, what the hell? Like, what? You
Yep.
were on such a high, now you're on such a low. But now they've really got themselves in a bind because their expectations are through the roof.
Yep.
And if they produce another lackluster Venom, which, by the way, they are because it's already filming, like, there's no if and buts about it. Like, they might be in trouble.
Yeah.
But
My number 2 is Venom, so what's yours?
my number 2?
Yep.
You probably haven't seen this. I watched it because I was super excited about this movie at the beginning of the year, and it slapped me right in the face.
Okay.
It's called Sorry to Bother You.
No, I watched it.
You've
Because I
seen
showed it to Brooke, and she wanted to watch it. We watched it.
And
It was creepy as hell.
it's weird.
It's
Is it not a
weird.
slap in the face?
It
though?
is.
You're like watching it, and it just changes.
It's on another award category.
Weird. Weird fucking movie. Ugh. All right, what's your number 1?
My number 1 is Teen Titans Go to the movies.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that.
Okay.
Did you go watch it in theaters?
No, I rented it at home.
Okay.
And it was the reason it's a slap in the face is because I absolutely loved the Teen Titans TV show as a kid.
Yep.
Like
same.
that's probably like my favorite TV show of all time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And the way they've changed the Teen Titans completely is just a slap in the face.
And then they
to
made
my
a movie,
childhood.
Then they made a movie about the shittier one, which I know some people like, but like our childhood is based in the more adult, young adult version cartoon.
Yep.
Which had real emotions, real like danger, real threat, and still was funny. Still managed to be funny, you know. And they made a movie about that one, but they couldn't make a movie about ours.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of sucks.
Yep.
So, and now they're making a shitty TV show called Titans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, I agree with you. That is a slap in the face. I haven't seen it, so that's why I can't.
Right. What's your number one?
Oh, Solo: A Star Wars Story.
Oh, really?
I'm a diehard Star Wars fan. That was a slap in the face. when you we've talked about this, but when you can make a Star Wars movie boring, you've really fucked up. Like you've really messed up because even the prequels have moments in them where you're like they're not boring.
Yeah.
This movie has there's literally 0 scenes in this, and some people will say the train heist. It's just lame. There's no lightsabers. There's no nothing. The only good thing that came out of this movie is Range Trooper in the game that I play because he's an amazing character. That's about it. That's the only good thing that came out of this movie. It's boring as hell, and it was a slap to all Star Wars fans.
All right.
What you got next? How about no?
Yeah. Next is.
Oh, do we need to? Oh yeah, we need to fight.
Do you want to argue this?
Which one do you think's the best? Have you seen Solo?
Yeah. See, I'm not as big of a fan as Star Wars as you are,
So it didn't slap.
so it
you.
didn't slap me as much. And you haven't seen Teen Titans, but you know about it, right?
I would have to agree that Teen Titans is probably more of a slap, based on our childhood alone.
Yeah.
Like our childhood nostalgia, it's like it's the perfect slap in the face. Like I can't believe you've done this.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's actually that perfect.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. All right. Our next one is the How About No Award. So basically, a movie that tried set up a sequel,
And we don't want to see
and
it.
we don't want to see it.
So whether that be like a post-credit scene or like we'll be back or
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know a dead person rising from the ashes or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. Mine is Jurassic World.
I haven't seen Jurassic World. They set up a sequel for that?
Well, I just don't want anything else.
Okay.
This is like, just make it stop.
In doing research for this, I think they are setting up because I saw Jurassic World 3 listed as like a movie without a title yet.
Right.
So they definitely have set up a sequel and are making one. And yeah, they need to stop.
Yep.
Because
Because they're really just copying the first 3.
they're following the first 3, which if you want to know the narrative of the first 3, really, really good, mediocre, complete garbage. Okay?
Yep.
And they're really following the same line except their first movie. So Jurassic Park, right? It's like a 90.
Yeah, the first one was pretty good.
And then Jurassic Park 2 is like a 50 and then like a 12, right? But see, the problem with Jurassic World is like a 70.
Yeah.
So this last movie is like a 20.
Mm-hmm.
So what's this next one going to be?
Yeah.
Complete garbage, unless they bring it back.
Yeah.
If they learn from their mistakes. But knowing them, they're making tons of money. They haven't learned anything,
Yeah.
you know?
They'll just see the money they make and just keep doing what they're doing.
Yep. Mine is Solo: A Star Wars Story.
Really?
Apparently they're making it. Okay,
Hey, guess what my number 2 is?
what?
Solo.
Oh, so you don't want to see a sequel to? I don't want to see any more prequels. Just screw off with that shit. If you're gonna make prequels, I'm fine with the main story. I mean, it needs to be fixed. It's a little broken right now, but I'm fine with you keeping that going because I enjoy those characters. I enjoy Rey, Finn. I enjoy Kylo Ren. I like all that. But I don't give a shit about learning about Solo's origin.
Yeah.
I like the fact that it's kind of a mystery, you know? So now I know everything about it, and I realize his name is Solo because he didn't have a last name to give the Imperial Trooper, you know? That's so lame. Like, I don't need to know
Right.
that, you know?
Yep.
I don't need to know that Chewbacca was a murderous killer at one point. Like,
Yep.
I don't need to know all this stuff. And they're talking about doing like a Boba Fett thing.
But the thing is, it's so hard to do that with characters that you already know what happens to him
Mhm.
to do a prequel, because you're like, why should I care? He's gonna die in this movie or later. So, like
Yeah.
Boba Fett, for instance.
So then you set up what? You set up that he has a girlfriend, right? And then she just doesn't even die. So it's just like, we don't care. Like, no one cares. You did nothing. And they actually set up a sequel for Solo that had Darth Maul in it.
Right.
And I don't want to see it. Like, I like Darth Maul and everything, but I don't want to see it because I don't want to see him ruin it. Because I have a feeling if they give it to the same person or same studio, it's just going to happen again.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
I think we probably have the same one. What's your number 2, though?
My number 2?
Yeah. What is he doing in there?
He's taking a poop. You're going to hate me for this. My number 2 is Aquaman.
Okay.
Not particularly that I don't want to see an Aquaman sequel. The Aquaman sequel that they set up at the end, I do not want to see.
Oh, with
I don't want to
Manta
see
and
any
that
more
doctor?
Black Manta.
Okay.
I'm over it. I would just do something more interesting with him.
Okay. That's fine.
I'm not personally attacking you. You're like,
No,
okay.
I'm saying no. Like, I understand what you're saying.
You got what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I
All
don't.
right.
But I'd love to see Aquaman in his own movie again. Just don't do a Black
Yeah.
Manta one.
I think they should do some like team up sort of shit.
Definitely, they need to do a Captain America Winter Soldier kind of thing. Like, just bring in
Yeah.
characters from other stories instead of just keep making solos. You know?
Yep.
Yep. What's your number 1?
It is Venom.
Yeah, mine's Venom as
It's-
well.
yep.
And I've recently we didn't stay to watch it because we were kind of over it, Venom.
Yeah.
Plus we needed to get it. I'm pretty sure we needed to get our podcast done so I could go do something or something.
Yeah.
But
We didn't even stay for the post credit,
that's right.
but it was a clip from.
But I've
Spider-Verse.
watched it. I don't want to see it.
Oh,
I-
the Carnage thing with Woody
Yeah.
Harrelson.
because once again, Carnage is a cool character, and I don't want to see him ruin it. And
Right.
I don't know. Plus, I don't want to see two symbiotes fighting again. I'm over that. That final fight scene was lame as hell because it was literally, like you said, it was just two blobs, right?
Mhm.
And it was at nighttime, so you couldn't tell anything. That
Yeah.
was going
One was
on.
black and one was dark gray, and then they like forged at one point.
Yeah,
You know. So.
that's dumb.
Yep.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man has a syndrome. The Spider-Man universe has a syndrome of producing the same looking character over and over again, with just different colors, right?
Yep.
If you play the Spider-Man game, you'll see what I mean. There are like 12 suits that are just blue and red, and they're just a little bit different here and there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, if you're gonna have a Spider-Man movie, there needs to be something separating them. You can't have the exact same characters fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Black Panther kind of did this, where it's just like a purple versus a gold Black Panther. You know, it's just kind of like you gotta separate them a little bit. You know, I don't know.
Right.
I'm tired of that, and I think they're getting away from it. But I like how different the characters are in Into the Spider-Verse. Like,
Yeah.
they're all very different.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like Peter's his guy. The only two that actually kind of look the same are Spider-Pig and Peter Parker because they have the same suit, but one's a pig.
Yep.
So not too worried about that.
Yep.
So we both agree, Venom, don't make a sequel.
Nope.
Got it. Focus on Into the Spider-Verse. Make a good sequel for that.
Yes.
All right. Unpopular opinion?
Yep. So this one is movies that.
We either hated or liked that no one else did.
Yeah.
Or that the majority of people didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. What you got for number 3?
I have Tag. So this one's a comedy.
So you like this?
I like it,
Okay.
even though it's not like highly rated.
Yeah.
So I thought it was pretty funny, and the cast is really good in it. So
That's the problem with comedies is like critics take them seriously,
Mhm.
and it's like realistically you should just let it flow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it made you laugh, write a good review about it making you laugh.
Yeah.
You know. So
have you seen it?
No.
Okay, because I mean the cast it's Ed Helms, John Hamm, Hannibal Buress, Jake Johnson, Rachel McAdams, I think her
Okay.
name is,
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner, So
That's a pretty good cast.
yeah, and it's funny.
There's some good comedy people in there.
Mm-hmm.
My number is I don't like this, and a lot of people are like, ugh, is Annihilation, the
Okay.
Natalie Portman movie.
Right.
I think it had a lot of potential, and it just fucking wow. It didn't even get on the train tracks. It was off the rail to begin with, and I was just like, what is happening? And
Right.
the ending is so incredibly just like,
Don't they have like a dance off?
no.
Oh,
They do it like mimics her.
Uh-huh.
So there is a scene where she's like, you know what I mean, and it's like copying her, and it's very strange. But the final 30 minutes, not even the last like 2 minutes, 30 minutes of this movie, you're just sitting there like, the whole time I was just sitting there like, I'm gonna have to YouTube it. I have no idea what's going on. I've paid very close attention to this whole movie, and it just lost me, you know. And it's like, I pay attention to my movies, so I have no idea what was going on. And I YouTubed it, no idea, still have no idea. It's just dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I think the reason I don't have any ideas because nobody knows what's going on. You'd have to ask the director, and he'd probably be like, "Oh, it's some weird." It's dumb.
right.
Okay.
All right. My number 2 is The Bad Times at the El Royale. I just don't think this one got enough like recognition. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So yours are all like, I guess I'm just mean. So you're giving love to movies. I'm giving hate. All
Yeah.
mine are hate.
That's fine.
All right.
Then our number 1s are different then.
Yeah, for sure. My number 2 is Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay, so you hate this one.
I don't hate it, but
You just said hate.
you're right.
sir.
My number 1 is hate for
Okay.
sure. Bohemian Rhapsody is just kind of lame. Just after, like, you know how I have the 24-hour thing.
Yeah.
It was definitely a movie.
24-hour.
Like 24 hours after a movie, if I still like it, then it's
Oh,
pretty good.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
Because you first come out, you're like all hyped. You're all like, "Woo, that was cool."
Caught in it. Yeah.
No. This movie really lost its steam after. I was sitting there like, man, that is just a lot of nothing going
Right.
on. It just
Well, the thing about making movies like that, like Bohemian Rhapsody and Straight Outta Compton, like since they had to bring in the people that were actually the movie's based on, they kind of have to like sweeten the details a little bit.
oh yeah, they definitely blow the details out of proportion in this.
Or like they don't, like, because you know the rock stars in like the 80s, 90s, there's definitely a lot of drug use. You know what I'm saying? Like that's on record, not just me saying that. But
yeah.
and like I heard like they didn't even really discuss that much.
I would have to disagree.
You would?
They show quite a bit.
Okay.
They show a lot of lines of coke being snorted, and yeah, there's like they don't get into it like very deep, but it's definitely there. It's not like they're hiding it.
Right,
you know
right.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that's not my problem. It's just kind of lame. It's just kind of
okay.
like, as a biopic, it's just kind of which sucks because Rami Malek plays him so good, but everyone around him is just kind of, you know.
Right.
I would say the next best character other than him is God, I can't remember his actual name, but he's Peter Baelish in Game of Thrones, and it's not just because I like him from Game of Thrones, but like he is such a good actor, and he's their lawyer.
Oh, right.
I mean, he's in it for 6 minutes, and you like every scene with him, and it's like that's your second best character. All the rest of them are like fake and weird and
Right.
ugh. Plus, it's not very good musically. Like Bohemian Rhapsody, I mean, Queen has some amazing songs.
Yeah.
And the only song that really gets its like due time is Bohemian Rhapsody, which makes sense. But
Yeah.
they have other songs too.
They have a lot of
You
other
know?
songs.
So okay, what's your number 1?
Pacific Rim Uprising.
As far as like scale goes,
Uh-huh.
I think you're definitely right because I was doing a lot of research for like worst movie of the year and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
A lot of people put that on worst movie of the year, and I
Yeah.
was like,
See, the thing.
I haven't seen it, but is it that bad? Like,
See, I understand why. Like, it was a different director than the first one, which was Guillermo del Toro.
yeah,
And he's a really good director.
For
But
sure.
the thing I think that the first one lacked was characters I
Yep.
cared about, or like any sort of development in the first one. Where this one had a bunch of decent to good actors, and they actually had, like, you learn more about them.
Mm-hmm.
So I enjoyed it, and it had all the fighting as the first one. So
Yep.
I enjoyed it
So you got all the good of the first one plus character development.
because it had like John Boyega. It had
Oh yeah. It had
Clint Eastwood's son.
Clint Eastwood's son. Yep.
I don't remember his name.
I can't either. Clark. No, I don't know. My number one is Incredibles 2.
Okay.
I hate this movie. I don't know if it was like, I just have a sour taste in my mouth about this movie.
I don't think kids deserved it.
I don't think kids deserve any movies that they remake. They wait way too fucking long to remake these movies.
Like Toy Story
I have
4.
not been waiting years to see Toy Story 4 remade, or Toy Story redone.
I didn't
Brought
care about
back.
Finding Dory.
Finding Dory was, oh my god, they waited so long for that shit. And then this is just another example of that. It was like, you miss the opportunity, you know?
Especially because they did set up a sequel right at the first one. You know?
Exactly. And they set up that sequel, and then it's like, how many years do we have to wait for the next one? 10? 12 years? It's just, people are like freaking out, and I think it's just because they wanted to see The Incredibles. But it's the exact same story backwards.
Just Robert and what's her name? Elastigirl.
I have no idea.
But they've just switched roles.
They
Basically.
just switch roles, and it's lame, and it's dumb. And the other thing is, if you watched the Jack Attack DVD thing,
Yep.
then you basically got what Jack Jack's gonna do in this movie. He literally just does more of that,
Right.
You know, and it's just like. Also, it's been how many years?
It's been a good bit.
And Jack Jack is
Still a baby.
a day older, basically. Like, it's. If you expect us to, I don't know. I feel like, I know you set up the sequel right after, but maybe have them beat the Grey Digger or whatever his name is, or the
Undertaker.
Undertaker.
I was just trying to remember.
Have them beat the Undertaker and then jump like 10 years, so that
Yeah.
the people that watched it as a kid, us, can relate with, you know, because then Flash will be like 18. You
Yep.
know, the Violet will be like 20 or something like that. It'd be more relatable, and it'd be interesting to see them be the main heroes, and their parents be kind of the other guys.
Older, tired.
And maybe the parents have to come out of retirement to help them, to
Yep.
save them, to teach them, rather than just do the same gosh darn story with the less interesting character. Ugh. Also, the plot twist is dumb as hell. Like, we knew it from the very beginning.
The guy that brought her in is bad guy.
Awful.
Yep.
So,
Technically, that's like the same as the first one too.
it's bad. So what do you think?
I'll give it yours.
Okay.
I don't think people, well, not people, but I don't think kids deserved Incredibles 2.
No, they keep doing it, which bothers me. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hope Toy Story 4 is good.
Yeah.
Toy Story hasn't had very many bad ones. 1 and 2 were really good. 3 was okay. So
It was
hopefully,
dark
I
for
like
no reason.
Yeah, it was. It was like, I'm gonna murder you all. Toy Story 4 looks funny.
Yeah,
Like with the
the
fork and
idea is
everything.
really cool.
The idea is very funny, and it's a huge departure from the rest of the, you know,
Yeah.
which is important because Incredibles 2 is on my hate list because it did not depart at all.
Right.
It said, this is the formula, we're gonna follow it again.
Yep.
And for some reason, people fucking love that movie. Also, it had a Vanoss character in there, and I
That's
was
right.
like,
I
I
remember.
rolled my eyes so hard when I saw that. I was like, really? Ugh. All right.
Our
Oh.
next,
This is a fun one.
it is a little inside joke, but it's called the Research Material
Award.
Award.
What's the little note you put next to it?
As least sexual as possible.
Don't be too weird.
That's just the title we gave it. But this is, I took it as, you didn't ask, so I never explained it to you. It was
Uh-oh.
like people you want to see more of that you didn't know beforehand.
Okay. That's not how I took it, but
That's
here
fine.
we go.
All right. We might have the same number one then.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. You just give me your number 3 because I'm just gonna delete her because not what I thought this was. I should have asked.
All right. My number 3 is Hannah John Kamen.
Who's that?
She plays Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp. She was in...
Oh, you know what? I do have a number 3. I changed it. I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway,
Sorry.
she's in. I think she's in something else too. Are you looking her up?
I can. How do you spell it?
Hannah. And then John dash Kamen.
Oh gosh.
It's like ramen with a K.
Oh, Ready Player One.
Ready Player One. That's it. She was in that too. So.
What was she in Ready Player One?
Mm.
Sorry, I'm doing research here.
Hey, that's why we called it this.
Hey.
Oh, she played the bad.
Fennel Zandor.
The henchman to
Aha.
the bad guy.
Yes.
Her.
Got it. The one with bangs. The bang girl.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
And she was really good in Ant-Man and the Wasp. So.
Okay. My number 3 is Haley Steinfeld.
Ah. Okay.
I would like to say I added her, but yeah, I think she's made a really interesting shift from singing to acting.
Yep.
And the 2 movies she was in this year have done very well.
Yeah.
So hopefully she doesn't take that.
And she's in big parts of them too.
Exactly. Hopefully she doesn't take that in stride and start making crap because everyone's gonna call her and be like, "Hey, I'll give you $20 million to do Emoji Movie," and then she goes,
Ugh.
"Oh, absolutely," and then her
Right.
career goes in the dump. But yeah, I'd like to see her in more stuff. Plus, she can sing.
Oh yeah, she can.
Okay.
All right, my number 2 is Louis Pullman. You probably have to look him up. He was in Bad Times at the El Royale. He played Miles, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
He's a younger guy. At first, he looks like a guy that was in Dunkirk, but he isn't.
Oh, yeah, he does look like the guy from Dunkirk. Louis Pullman. He has not done much,
Exactly. So
that's a good one.
yeah. So wouldn't mind seeing him because he was really good in that movie. So
Gotcha. Okay, my number 2 is Mira from Aquaman, Amber Heard.
Amber Heard.
I think she did really well in that movie.
She did.
So, I think what's it called? I think seeing her in more stuff would be interesting.
Yeah.
And-
Because I looked her up, and she isn't in a whole lot.
exactly. So, hopefully, even though this movie wasn't like amazing, hopefully this movie will
Mm-hmm.
help her get some more. Yeah, she's in nothing. Wow. Machete Kills. The Rum Diary, 3 Days to Kill.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what a step up, by the way.
Yeah.
The last time she acted was like. Okay, her like how you on IMDb you have like the known for. Her last known for was 2014.
Ooh.
So she's really like
Yeah.
okay,
Huh.
cool.
Alright.
What's your number 1?
Was that your number 2? Yeah. Mine is Amber Heard.
Oh, your number 1 is Amber Heard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My number 1 is Daniel Kaluuya. Kaluuya.
Guy from Get Out.
The guy from Get Out, the guy from Black Panther, the guy from Widows. I mean, I talked about him earlier this year, so if you want to hear more
Right.
about that, go watch that. But he's busting onto the scene, and he is an amazing actor. He just knows what he's doing.
Yep.
So, in anything he does, like whatever character he takes, he just nails it. He reminds me a lot of gosh, what's a good kind of like a Ryan Gosling or like a Leonardo DiCaprio. It's like he just gets his characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the director tells him what to do, and he goes, "Okay, I got it. I'll get into that." You know,
Yep.
which is I think would be interesting to see more of him. Okay, I made a good turnaround there. Had a completely different idea, but I've made a turnaround and I've given you 3. So I think I'm fine giving it to Amber Heard.
Well, we both had her, so
Yeah,
on the list. All right, sweet.
Amber Heard it is.
All right, our next one is the fuck moment of the year.
Would you
So
like to
this is
explain
just-
this to the people.
Any scene or something in a movie that just made you say, "What the fuck?"
Exactly.
You can take it as any way as you want it. I took it as my number 3 is a lot different than mine 1 and 2
Okay,
for the reasoning.
I'll go first.
Oh, okay.
Killmonger winning.
Okay.
I was
good.
like, I'm not expecting that because I going into Black Panther, I watched the first trailer and the first trailer only, right?
Yeah.
And in the first trailer, it shows
Them fighting.
Claw
Oh.
basically as being the villain, the big villain,
Mhm.
and then it shows them fighting, right?
Mhm.
But I didn't know what they were fighting about or anything like that. So actually watching Killmonger win and get to be king of Wakanda for a little bit was like a
Crazy.
whoa.
Yeah.
For me, I was like, wait a minute. Pretty impressive. So
Cool.
yeah, I thought that was
My number 3
Yeah.
is the Snap from Infinity War.
oh. Okay then.
What?
This.
Okay.
What's your number 2? Or my number 2? Sorry.
You're number 2.
The first 10 minutes of First Man. I don't want to say anything about it, but like it's very interesting. It's like very very surprising. It hits you right in the feels right out the gate. You're like, "Oh, okay, that's okay." Jesus. So,
Then
yeah.
his daughter die?
Yeah, of cancer, and
Right.
then it's like, and then it shows a scene of them talking, and she's talking about how, she goes, why can't we go to the moon, Daddy? You know what I mean? And you're like, I get it now.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
That's why he works so hard to get there. You know, because he wanted to. I don't know.
Do it for his daughter.
Exactly. And at the end of the movie, spoiler alert, he stands over a crater, and she had this bracelet that she made, and it had her name on it and everything like that. And he took that with him to the moon and put it on the moon. So a little piece of her actually made it to the moon.
Cool.
Right in the feels.
Right.
All right.
My number 2 is the end credit scene of Deadpool 2.
Yeah, that was defuck for all the wrong reasons.
Yep. I hated it.
Yeah. God, I should. There it is. There it is, everybody. He's done one that I should have put on my list. Bad. That was really bad. That movie was so good, and it just like
Just ruined it, yeah.
kind of ruined it.
So
I mean, it didn't ruin all the fun and jokes at the beginning, but it ruined
yeah.
the universe. Like it's
they
broken
cured
now.
death, so
They cured a lot. They cured everything that was driving the plot forward in that movie.
Yep.
You know, so yep. But what's your number 1? Because I'll hold off on my number 1.
She-Venom.
Oh God.
So, in Venom, obviously, when the girl, I don't even know her name, gets the Venom.
That'll be important here in a minute.
What's
So
it called?
You don't know her name. Okay, continue.
The symbiote.
Yes.
And she's She-Venom.
Yes.
And then she just like starts making out with.
Oh, she's like really like weirdly sexual.
Yeah, like
very
super curvy. Yeah, and she just starts making out with Eddie, or Tom
in
Hardy.
like the weirdest way. Like
Yeah.
deep tongue.
But the thing is, like, who's doing that? Is it her or Venom? Because how much control does she have over Venom? Let's be honest. Because Eddie doesn't have really any.
Well, they kind of create but it takes them a long time.
Yeah,
and
but
she
that's her
just got
first
it.
time. So I took it as, I took it more as, that's definitely Venom making out with
Okay,
Eddie.
we'll come back to that in just a second. My number 1 is you said the snap.
Uh-huh.
I said they all die in Infinity War.
Okay.
Like it just kept going. You're like,
Right.
how many people are gonna die? And then the end credit scene is like, it ain't over yet, brother. More death.
Yep.
Yeah, and especially the people that did die. You know, it just kept hitting you with like we all expected Cap or Iron Man or something like that. But little did we know that it was going to be more hurtful to see all the supporting characters die
Yeah.
and watch them grieve over it than the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
Like Groot dying really hit me, and then the Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
death was just rough, like
Yep.
rough. Also, all the even though they're like kind of funny when they do it, all the Guardians' deaths are kind of sad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I gotta go back to She-Venom because it's also a defuck moment, not for the visual and weird stuff, but also in like a film sense, because they've been setting up this thing that if the symbiote gets into a human
Uh-huh.
and it doesn't match, then they die.
Yep.
And it just so happens that the one character that it needs to get into at the certain time
It did that
is
the whole
one,
movie,
a
though.
dog? Yeah, what's it? Riot did
So,
it the whole fucking movie.
Paramedic, an old
Lady.
lady from like Thailand,
Mhm.
a little girl,
Yep.
a dog.
Well, a little girl, and then it went into
Yeah.
the antagonist once again. Perfect match.
Yep.
And then Venom goes into a fucking little dog. If it's gonna kill a human, it's gonna kill a little dog. And then it goes into the main character's girlfriend, and it works out perfectly fine. Once again,
Yep.
don't set up something as impossible and then just retcon it later in the movie.
Yep.
Definitely the number one defuck moment of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Good spot there.
Yes.
Good one.
Sweet. Didn't even have to convince you. You convinced
I
yourself.
like this next one's interesting. I think we have the number one. It was just amazing when it happened, but we'll see.
All right. So the next one is movie meme of the year.
Yeah, we're definitely part of meme culture, so we had to throw this one in there.
Yep. So. any moment from a movie that became a meme anywhere. So.
Or trailer.
Okay. All right. So my number 3 is a movie I actually just watched. Is from The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. It's James Franco. He was about to get hung. He said, "First time."
Oh yes, I love that one.
He's smiling. Like,
That's a good meme.
first time.
Good meme. Okay, my number 3 is it's not from a movie, so but it's movie related.
Okay.
It's from the what's it called? I guess it's from a Justice League premiere or something. But when Jason Momoa is sneaking up on Henry Cavill, all those memes, those are pretty good.
Right.
So,
okay, that's good. My number 2 is from Infinity War.
okay.
It's the we don't do that here. Black Panther when Bruce Banner bows to him. But people change that all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I know that one very
Really?
much. Really?
Like Google one right now.
What
People
is it?
change it all the time.
We don't
Do that here.
That here. Oh, it's definitely a meme. When you go to a movie theater in predominantly African American neighborhood and attempt to eat beans. I don't get that one.
I've never seen that one.
When a Canadian comes to America and starts being nice.
We don't do that here.
Okay, I got it. I like that one. Mine is also from Infinity War. It's the Grape Thanos. When Thanos was first announced, and people kept changing him coming out of the portal as like different characters. That was funny.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
All right, my number 1's also from Infinity War.
Oh,
Yeah,
we have a different number 1. Are you crazy?
a different one.
Okay,
I guess so.
Go. Let's hear it.
It's the Doctor Strange and Thanos scene. The let me guess, you're home.
Oh, you're
It
home.
was, and it was beautiful.
It was beautiful. I do love it. That's it. Okay, my number 1 is Pointing Spider-Man
Ah,
from
well,
Infinity War. From
Spider-Man,
Into the Spider-Verse.
right?
That's
I mean,
been
it
such
is,
a
but-
good meme. And then I think it's so good because it's like meta, like, and they used it properly. They didn't just ruin it.
Yep.
They didn't just like, no, it's like actually funny in the movie.
Yep.
So I think it's respectful that they went and found a meme and used it correctly, and made fun of their old self. You know?
Yeah. I did. I thought that was. See, I took it as something that became,
Something
a,
that
meme,
became a meme.
not something that already
Okay.
was. That's
We'll
why
give
I didn't put
we'll
it
give
on
it to
because I
yours.
did think about that.
We'll give it to yours, but honorable mentions for actually using a meme correctly
Yes,
in a movie.
that is true. And the Spider-Man walking and dancing scene as well.
Yes. Oh, that movie's so good.
Yep.
So referential too. It's so perfect.
Mm-hmm. All right, that was a good one. Our next one award is Best Supporting Character.
What'd you say?
Our
Sorry.
next award is
Sorry, I
Best
got a
Supporting Character.
Okay. Yep.
All right, my number 3, I have Domino from Deadpool 2.
Okay. The lucky one.
Yeah,
It's a good character.
Mhm.
It's a good supporting character.
it is.
Gosh, that movie came out so long ago.
It came out February.
I'm just trying to like really gather information in my head. It's not working.
Right.
No, that's a good actor.
Mhm.
She played Melisandre in Game of Thrones, and then she was in something else as well. What? Oh, she's in Atlanta.
That's right, Atlanta.
And she's very
She's
good.
very good in that.
Very good. And I'm glad she made the transition from TV to movie,
Mm-hmm.
because that can sometimes be tough.
Oh yeah.
Most of mine I don't think you've seen,
All right.
but actually I think all mine you haven't seen. Mine is. All right, here we go. Mahershala Ali.
He played Uncle Aaron in Spider-Verse.
Not the one.
What?
Not the one. I think he's a great supporting character.
Oh, okay.
I think mine is Green Book.
Oh, okay.
So technically, the other guy is the main character.
The white guy?
Yes,
Okay.
but like he is so good in this movie,
Okay.
and that's
I didn't know that
just
was him.
Yeah, I know, right? That's a really good movie. I think it'll probably get like nominations for stuff. It's one of those, but it's actually really good, really fun. He did a great job in that. All right,
My number 2 is Michael Pena.
in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I haven't seen that, so I can't judge that.
He's so good.
He's so good in like about everything.
Oh,
he
yeah,
does,
he's
so.
great in everything he does.
Yeah.
But it's just this one. Like, he was by far the funniest thing in that movie.
Yeah.
Like, because Paul Rudd's in that too, which is hard to out-funny Paul Rudd. And you know how he does like that, is it like fourth person narration or something where he's talking for everybody in like flashbacks and stuff, but in his voice?
I guess that would be fourth person. I was thinking third person, but that's talking about yourself.
Yeah, because he's like, he gets injected with true serum, and and the bad guy's like, "Where's Scott?" And then he just starts going like from when they first met in prison and stuff. You know, it's great. Like
It's good stuff.
every scene in there, he's great.
All right, I'm gonna have to watch that movie today.
It's pretty good, man.
I'm at the point in Spider-Man right now where I've completed the game.
Mhm.
I'm done, and I'm going for the platinum trophy. So you have to 100% it, and I'm just going around fixing crimes. You gotta do 5 of each different type of crime in each district. So it's quite a bit, and you're supposed to do it like throughout the game, but there's no way you're just gonna stop and do every single crime throughout the game. So
Right.
so I can do that and watch a movie at the same time. It's not like
Right.
massively important that I pay attention. Mine is Bradley Cooper in A Star Is Born.
Okay.
He kind of steals that. I mean, Lady Gaga is kind of a shit actor, but
Well, she's not an actor.
exactly, she's a singer. But she does pretty good in this movie. But Bradley Cooper is just like, wow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
He can do a lot of stuff.
dude,
He's very talented.
He's very good. Yeah, he's up there with that with my favorites. You know, the Jake Gyllenhaals, the Ryan Goslings, those guys. He's up there. He's
Yeah.
good. All right.
My number 1. So this is, you could say this is kind of like a downgrade for him, but I'll explain later.
Okay.
It is Michael B. Jordan.
What was he in?
Black Panther?
Oh, Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, came out like February, so kind of forgot about.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he might as well be the main character in that movie if you ask me.
Yeah, that's why I said it could be like a downgrade
Yeah,
as supporting actor.
for sure.
But
Because he actually, the cool thing is that he's so good
Mhm.
and he comes in so late. You know,
yeah,
for the first part of the movie, I mean, he makes an impression very quick,
Yep.
and it sticks with you.
because the first time you see him, like when he's an adult, you saw him as a kid, obviously, but you saw him in that museum, and he's outsmarting the curator or
Mhm.
the tour guide, whatever, and then he poisons her.
I'm gonna change mine to Michael B. Jordan in Black Panther.
Okay, what was yours originally?
I was gonna say the widows and widows.
Okay,
Not the main character, not what's her name? Viola Davis,
yeah,
but the other ones, very good. One is that Hispanic girl. What's her name?
Michelle Rodriguez.
Yes, perfect. And then 1 or 2 other ones that are people I have never heard of before, but they
Uh-huh.
are very good.
Yeah.
And they actually kind of, I mean, Viola Davis is like one hell of an actress.
Mhm.
So for you to get any recognition during that movie with her in it, it's pretty
Mhm.
impressive.
and Liam Neeson's in it too,
Yeah.
and your guy,
Who's
your
my guy? Oh, Daniel Kaluuya.
Daniel.
He's a very good supporting actor in there too. All right, what's our next?
It is
While I
actor
discipline the
slash.
cat.
It is actor slash actress of the year. So, like, if you had to say, like, when it came to acting, 2018 belonged to who?
Okay, how many did you put for this?
3.
You did 3.
Yep.
Okay, let me do a honorable mention then.
Okay.
Mahershala Ali. Just talked about him.
Okay.
He's great in 2 movies this year.
Right.
Pretty much anyone that got on to Into the Spider-Verse did a good job this year, because I don't think many people would have signed up for that movie, and I'm super glad they did. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you don't know. You know? You have no idea. You like animated Spider-Man movie? Oh, it could be garbage, you know? So, it was great.
Yeah.
All right.
My number 3 is Emily Blunt.
Wow. Good story, brother. My number 3 is Emily Blunt.
Yeah, so she did A Quiet Place and Mary Poppins.
Mm-hmm.
And those are 2 of, well, one's like one of the best movies of the year, and
Yeah.
the other one's more successful. It might not be the best, but
And it, I think, is impressive because I've heard it's good, Mary Poppins, and sequels are not normally very good.
or
Especially-
reboots.
Especially read it. Well, it's actually
Oh,
a
it's
sequel,
returns. That's right.
which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And she's like the perfect character for that.
Yeah,
But yeah, she had a good year.
she did.
And I like that she didn't just do everything that came to her. She did like one movie with her husband, like very low key, and then she did one massive movie.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like pretty cool.
Yep. All right, my number 2.
Mm-hmm.
I have Tessa Thompson.
Okay, I was afraid you were gonna do.
What?
I was afraid you were gonna pull out the same one.
Oh,
we're gonna just
again.
have the same list.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Because she was really not known very well. Like a A-list sort of thing. Like she was in Creed 1, but that was before like Ragnarok or anything. And
Yeah,
then she
I didn't even know she was in Creed 1. Remember? That's
Yeah,
how
yeah.
little like she's in that.
Yeah. And then she came into like her own in Ragnarok, even though it was last year. But
Uh-huh.
you pay attention whenever she's in stuff
For
this
sure.
year. Like she was in Creed 2, some other stuff, but
Let's see what else she was in.
it was like
Okay.
a breakout year for her. Or years. Sorry to bother you.
She wasn't Sorry to Bother You.
Yep.
Which is not my favorite movie, but it's getting a lot of praise.
Yeah, it was liked. What else?
She was in Annihilation too. I knew she was in something else.
Yeah.
And she's good in Annihilation. She's one of the few good ones. Like
Yeah.
I said, that movie had great potential, but then spoiler alert,
Dance off.
they all die, right?
Right.
So, yeah. Okay. Where was I?
Number 2.
Here we go. My number 2 is Ryan Gosling.
Okay.
He did First Man,
Mhm.
which is something a little out of his realm. Like he doesn't normally do biopics, and he kind of nailed that. And I'm kind of roping in Blade Runner because it came out right at the end of the year last year, so just kind of roping it in a little
Okay,
bit. But the thing most importantly, I think, is Ryan Gosling is consistently making good things, right?
Mhm.
And you know his phone has got to be blowing up for everything, kind of like The Rock. You know, like we
We'll
just
talk
want
about
you
him.
for everything, but he's like consistently making good movies.
Right.
You know, like if you take his last 10 movies and average their scores, I bet it's pretty damn high.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't made much bad stuff, which is impressive to do as an actor.
Yeah.
So, yeah, another good year.
Yes.
With one good movie.
All right. Ready for my number 1?
I'm ready.
It is Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So best actor and best
Oh,
supporting.
damn, he did have a good year. Did have a really good year.
Yep.
Maybe I might have underestimated.
No,
We've done it again, boys.
Black Panther, he was amazing in. Creed 2, he's amazing in.
For sure. And like you said, that's 2 different roles for him.
Mhm.
Supporting,
Completely different.
supporting villain, lead kind of hero character. You know,
Yep.
this is cool. My number 1 is Haley Steinfeld. I feel like she's really she's done herself some justice this year, for sure.
Mhm.
You know, like if you wanna make your way out of one realm into another, kind of like Justin Timberlake, for example. Like he sang, then he started acting, and he's good at both. You know,
Mhm.
He's not the greatest actor, but
Yeah.
he's he's got good stuff. Like he's great in The Social Network.
Oh, yeah.
So, and she's knocked out of the park. She's picked
2 good movies.
2 great movies, and she nails Gwen Spider-Gwen's
Yeah.
voice.
Stacy. Gwen Stacy.
Yeah. And I'm excited. Have you heard what they're doing with Into the Spider-Verse? the next one's gonna be a woman based one.
Oh yeah.
So they're gonna have Spider Woman, Spider Girl, and
Right.
Miles is still gonna be in it.
Right.
So and then they're gonna have it's like silver silk.
Oh,
silk.
it's silk. It's silk. Mhm.
Silk. I'm thinking of Silver Sable. That's from the video game. Yeah,
Oh.
silk. So that'll be interesting. And I think if you put Haley Steinfeld behind it, you'll be good. You know, I'm excited to see Spider Woman too.
Yeah.
Because I've never ever seen Spider Woman. Like, there's never been an incarnation that I've never read a comic book about it, never seen a cartoon about it, nothing.
Right.
You know, I've seen Gwen Stacy. I haven't seen them, so I don't even know who Silk is.
She's
Yeah.
relatively new, I'm pretty sure. Comic wise. Silk.
I'll give it to
MBJ.
yeah, that was a good one. It was so good it made me go
Yeah.
So
All right. We're
Best scene.
Best scene.
I'm excited for this one.
Yeah. I'm sure you know what my one is. But
Really?
my number 3 is the fight on Titan from Infinity War.
Oh, that was good. You mean
Mhm.
like where Doctor Strange is like teleporting people around and they're just
Yep.
all beating his ass and they finally get him down and start taking off his thing?
Yeah, so starting with the meme of, let me guess, you're home,
Yep, true.
to basically where he gets the time stone from Strange. That.
Got it. That's the bookends.
Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good scene.
That's a good one.
Yep.
My number 3 is the First Man Crater scene. I explained it to you a
Right,
minute
right.
ago. The score on that thing is delicacy. I tell you what. Whoever, the guy that makes those movies, his name is oh god. One sec. I have to get this. He has a very strange name. That's why. First Man.
Who, the guy that made the score?
Damien Chazelle. No, Damien Chazelle, the director.
Oh, okay.
He picks good
Music.
they have a name.
The person that does the score?
The person that does the score. I
Okay.
forget the name for it, but he picks really good ones. And I think that's super important because you know who else makes famous movies and has great scores in every single one without a doubt?
Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer does make the scores, but
Yeah.
who picks who name a director that does it
I don't know.
in every single movie?
I don't know.
Christopher Nolan.
Oh, yeah. okay,
Every
okay.
single one of his
That's
movies
true.
has a dope ass score in it.
Yeah.
And it sometimes it makes it like all the Batman movies have amazing music.
Like Dunkirk does.
Dunkirk has amazing music as well. Yeah. Okay. What's your number 2?
It's the Ready Player One final battle on Doom.
I forgot that movie came out this year.
Me too, right?
It's so early in the year.
Yeah.
It's on the list further up, but
Uh-huh.
that's a good one.
It is. It's like a nerdgasm.
Yep.
So, it's cool.
Have you read the book?
Nope.
You still haven't? Okay.
Looks like I read.
It's not. Come on. I didn't read it. I listened to it.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I don't have time to sit down and listen to or
Read
read
a
it.
book.
I have actual like textbooks to read and shit. I can't sit down and read Ready Player One. Are you crazy? No, but what's it called? It's probably the most true to the book part of the movie, which I
Okay.
respected. You know, because that's a dope part of the book. You're like,
Yeah.
they don't do that right, I'll be pissed. So yeah, it's cool.
Your number 2, sir.
Oh, my number 2 is What's Up, Danger?
Ah,
Scene from
disappointing.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Because that's my number 1.
Okay.
That's like, that's up there with the interrogation scene in Batman: The
pretty
Dark
good.
Knight. It's
My number 1 is
so
the
good.
death scene from Infinity War.
Okay.
I just feel like if we're packaging best scene,
Yeah.
okay? I don't think there's a scene this year that has as big of an impact as the death scene from Infinity War.
Okay.
It may not be as visually amazing and like musically amazing as What's Up, Danger.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're right here. I mean, right here. But I mean, the death scene really just like changed the game.
Right.
It basically broke the internet for a few weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like the dust meme,
Mm-hmm.
which, by the way, forgot about the dust meme and the meme
I
thing.
don't feel so good.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. But it's up to you.
Okay. We'll pick yours.
It wasn't even on your. It wasn't even on your list though, so that's why I feel bad. But What's Up, Danger
I mean,
was
that's
on
still
both of our
that's
lists.
still a good scene though.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it. I guess I'll give it to you.
Okay. Sweet.
All right. Next category we have best original movie.
I only have 2 for this.
Okay.
Do you have 3?
I
Did you see 3 original movies this year?
mean, yeah, there's a lot more than that, but I'll take my 3 off because
Okay.
I don't really care for it.
What is it? I'm
It was
curious.
sorry to bother you.
Yeah. Kind of shit.
Yeah. All right. So number 2 we'll start with is
Yeah.
A Quiet Place.
Oh, fuck. Damn it. And I've used it before, later up in the list. Like, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, Quiet Place would be my number 3 then.
Okay. Yeah. So
All right, my number 2 is First Man,
right. Well,
which it is
it's
original,
It's original.
because it's not like it's based off a book, but you got what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Our
It's also based
categor-
off going to the moon.
This is true. It's based off real life, but our categories for like original is
It's not a sequel, reboot, not a spin-off or anything like that.
not like based on a TV show or something like that. So
An already established thing.
yeah. So I think a biopic's original. You still got to choose the person to do the biopic on, right? You
Yep.
know? So, all right. What's your number 1?
Bad Times at the El Royale.
I was curious if you were gonna say that.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is.
Because at least as far as I know, it wasn't based on anything. Like I tried looking it up and stuff, but it wasn't.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it was
Um,
just a movie.
I don't know. The movie's just so good. You should see it.
I'm dude. I'm excited to see it. I just need it to come out.
Right.
Mine is Searching.
You're right.
So that's a very original movie.
Oh, yeah.
Based on absolutely nothing, and it definitely like did some weird things. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
never leave the screen, which is it starts on a computer screen, and you never leave screens. You're on phones. You're on IMAX. You're on news channel. But you're never
Yeah.
actually in the movie, which is a very interesting thing. And it sounds like it would get old, but they do a very good job of keeping it fresh.
Right.
You know? Which is interesting. I thought it was very interesting, and it's a good movie on top of that. So, but I think I'd have to give it to A Quiet Place.
Okay.
It's on both of our lists, and it's
It's good.
very original.
That's true. And it's John Krasinski
And
and
it's
Emily
John
Blunt.
Krasinski, which
Okay,
we both
we'll
have
give
a
it
soft
that.
spot for.
We'll give it that.
Yeah.
All right.
If I had seen old Bad Times at El Royale, I'd probably give it to that, but I haven't seen it yet, so
Okay. I think you'll like it.
I'll hit you up when I've seen it.
Okay. Next category is the Overacting Award.
Oh God. Okay. Oh, my number 3 is interesting. Go ahead.
So mine's are basically casts. It's not like individuals.
I have one individual, and then the rest. Are...
Okay. So my number 3 is from Blockers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because basically the main characters are kids.
Teenagers going
Yeah.
to prom.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not very good at acting quite yet. So there was a lot of moments I'm like, ugh. And it was, it's about them losing their virginity at prom. So it kind of felt like child porn at sometimes. You're
Oh
like,
God,
ugh.
that's weird.
Yeah.
Why are they like young?
Well,
I
they're
guess
seniors in high school.
17, 18.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting old. That's weird.
It felt like child porn at times, so I was like, ugh.
Is it like? Oh, I was just not even gonna ask.
No,
Yeah,
there's nothing like that.
Okay. I would have to agree with that. Mine is Avengers: Infinity War. I know. That's why I said it was
Really?
interesting. An individual person.
Hold on.
Let's see if you can get it. There's only like 16,000 in the movie,
I
so
know.
good luck. It's a girl. I'll give you that much.
Elizabeth Olsen.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
You nailed it. You nailed it.
Boom.
I'm impressed, dude. She just
Thank the Academy.
She's like the only part of this movie that I think is just not genuine. Like
Yeah.
fucking the world, the universe is at stake, and you're worried about,
Yep.
And I don't know. I just felt like the whole like Vision and her thing was so weird. Like
It was forced.
it was very forced, and Elizabeth Olsen doesn't help. She makes it even more forced, you know.
Mhm. Yep.
And like the scenes where like she's destroying the this gym and everything.
Yep.
I just don't know how to feel about it. That's about it. Yeah. The rest of the movie's great. Nobody overacts. You know what I mean? She just hasn't been in it as long as the rest.
Yeah.
You know? She's really seen 2 movies, and
that was a third.
Yeah, she's had
Age
2.
of Ultron, Civil War in this.
And so she's had 2 movies to, get her under her belt. Whereas Captain feels perfect in this movie. You know what I mean? But he's been doing it since day one, and he's a lot older than she is, so she's been acting a lot longer, too.
Yep.
So, all right.
My number 2 is the cast of Venom.
Okay, my number 2 is the cast of Venom, specifically the girlfriend and the antagonist.
Okay, I was thinking of the doctor too, the woman doctor. That
Oh God, I forgot about her.
Mona Lisa from Parks and Rec.
Yeah, Mona Lisa. Yeah, dude, that.
It was just so bad.
If you thought Aquaman was
I heard
bad,
you took down a bunch of bad people. I was one of them. Yeah, me or whatever she said.
Man, I hate it.
Yep.
I don't know. There's just a lot of dumb things in this movie.
Yep. It's just everything felt so scripted.
Oh, for
and
sure.
there was bad scripting, like writing.
Yeah.
Because there was one really good scene with Tom Hardy, where he was when he was tied up in that chair and stuff, but that was probably him.
Oh, Tom Hardy and that was the best part of the movie.
Yeah,
if you asked me.
And it was him ad-libbing probably,
and it was 2 minutes.
Yep.
And the antagonist, again, not a bad actor, but man, it just. Ugh.
Yep.
He just felt so 2000s villain to me. You know what I mean? Just overemphasize everything, be mad for no reason, and have no real what's it called, reasoning for what you're doing, for being evil. You know.
Yep.
It didn't help that he wasn't charming or anything like that. So he's just kind of an ass. Yeah, I want to see him lose, which we've learned is not a way to make a villain.
Nope.
You make your villains interesting, like Killmonger. So you're like, hey, you know what? Maybe I don't want to see this guy, but he needs to go because he's being a little crazy.
Yep.
Yep. All right, what's your number 1?
Oh crap! Hold on. It is the cast of The Meg.
I don't know how I'm gonna beat that because I haven't seen that movie, and I can already tell. Is Rainn Wilson bad in this?
He's terrible in this.
He's good at one thing and one thing only. Dwight Schrute.
Because he plays the complete opposite of this. He's like a Bill Gates kind of guy.
Yeah, he's like a cool suave.
Yeah, he's wearing Nikes with a suit and stuff, and he's some billionaire or whatever, researching this whole thing. That's
just not him.
Even though we've seen him so long, it's not like he couldn't do it, but it just wasn't good.
Man. Yeah, because John Krasinski he gets out of
gym.
Yeah, he gets out of gym.
Yeah. And just everyone else around it was I couldn't, besides Jason Statham, I couldn't tell you anyone else in the movie.
And they're all just bad.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Yeah, my number 1 is Aquaman. For very specific characters.
Okay.
I'd have to say Ocean Master at parts.
Okay.
I'd have to say Mira at one particular part. Not her fault. Definitely didn't ad-lib that one. If she did, God, get her out. But I don't think she did. You could tell when something's scripted, though.
Yeah.
That looked like they had done 12 takes of that, and they went, that would fit, right?
I use this analogy a lot. The best kid wearing Crocs scenario.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is the best of the worst.
Hey, those are the best looking Crocs. I mean, they're still Crocs. They're still lower than every other type of footwear.
Yeah.
But
they're the Post Malone Crocs. That's the thing. He has a line with Crocs.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. Post Malone.
What do they look like?
Google them real quick. I showed them to Brooke. She's like, "Ooh, those are cool." So,
Okay.
They're not. They're still Crocs, but I won't wear them.
Post Malone. It autocompletes. It's the 4th. Are you serious? They have cats? Wait, that's not a cat. What is that?
What?
What is that? It's like a devil.
You got all those pop things in the holes.
I mean, Crocs are getting better.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, they're getting better. When I was in elementary school, they were garbage.
Yeah. I think they realized
they're still bad. Nah, they're still bad. Every single time we go into the mall, Megan wants to go in the Crocs store. Have you ever walked in there?
No.
It smells awful.
It's like rubber.
Like when your shoe smells bad before your feet even step foot in them, you have a problem. I don't even want to know what it smells like after 3 years of using them.
Ugh.
Ugh. All
Can't
right.
even last that long. But
Yeah.
anyway.
And then on top of that, you know something I thought about the other day? You know the king of Atlantis?
Atlanta?
Well,
No, not Atlanta.
who's the dad of Mira?
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, he's not good. He overacts this whole thing as well. And then Black Manta is just
Okay.
bad. Yep.
All right.
But I'd have to give it to Venom, I would say.
Okay. So not even the Meg?
I haven't seen the Meg.
Okay, that's fair.
So,
Yeah, I'd give it to Venom over Aquaman.
but I bet the Meg's worse. I
Oh,
gotta
it
say.
definitely is.
Okay. But if I had seen the Meg, we probably would wholly agree on that. But I think Venom, man, there's some overacting in there big time.
Yeah. Or lack of skill to act.
All right.
All right, next we have best soundtrack.
/ score. I added that myself.
Okay, well I didn't add scores. So, my number 3, do you have 3? Okay, my number 3 is Creed 2.
Interesting.
Oh, really?
Interesting. Interesting.
What's your number 3?
First off, I have an honorable mention.
Oh,
It's the
okay.
First Man score.
Okay.
It's very good. My number 3 is Black Panther.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Did you leave that off?
No. That's just low.
Oh, well. Okay, what's your number 2?
Well, okay. Number 2 is Spider-Man.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So number 1's Black Panther, huh?
Number 1 is Black
Gotcha.
Panther.
Let's see. My number 2 is Creed 2.
Okay.
My number 1 is Into the Spider-Verse.
That's funny. We've
Yeah, we mingled.
mingled.
I really like What's Up, Danger.
Well,
It's like a weird mix of just like intense rap and like beautiful vocals.
It is.
I don't know how to explain
Mhm.
it. It's really weird.
Yeah. I was just thinking like I'm trying to think
Amount?
because well
Like, there's
no
less good
it's more quality over quantity in general
Yeah.
for music. I'm trying to think like because about every song on Black Panther soundtrack had something to do with like a character, a moment in the movie, stuff like that. That's why I put it so high.
That's
And
true.
it was just good in general. Like every song on there is it encapsulates what Black Panther is about.
Yeah, plus it's Kendrick Lamar.
It is.
Yeah, Black Panther.
Woo!
With Into the Spider-Verse is a close second. And then
I would say like 1A, 1B, but
for sure. And then Creed is very good too.
Creed's
But
very good.
The problem with Creed is they got a bunch of garbage rappers to do stuff. So there's like really good songs, but then there's just garbage. Like you're like, ah, really? What's her name? Nicki Minaj.
Oh,
You're
okay.
like, just gotta make it through this part of the song. Just gotta make like when Cardi B's in
The Maroon 5 song?
the Maroon 5 song, you're just like, just gotta make it through. Just gotta make it through to the other side. Oh, okay, we're clear.
She
We're
dropped
clear.
out of the Super Bowl.
Good.
you know
Thank
that?
God.
Yeah, I know.
Who's doing the Super Bowl?
Maroon 5.
Thank God. Does that mean I get to listen to that song without her in it?
Uh-huh. She dropped out. Travis Scott's in it.
Lit? That's
He's
gonna be
gonna
fun.
perform it. Unless he
Maroon 5
pulls
and
out too.
Travis Scott. Okay.
Because Jay-Z and Beyonce were supposed to do it too, but they dropped out in support of Colin Kaepernick.
Whatever.
But
I'm fine with all this.
me too.
Shit, just make it Maroon 5. Like I don't need 17 bajillion stars in my Super
Yeah.
Bowl performance. You gave it to just Lady Gaga. You can't give it to just God. They got
No.
enough songs. All right. Best cinematography.
Yeah, this is a good one. Hello, Kitty.
Hello,
All right,
Kitty.
number 3, I have Infinity War.
Number 3, I have Infinity War.
Oh, nice.
Yes. That's this is more like they made something really fake look really good.
That's true.
'Cause
Like you
there's-
couldn't tell it was fake.
Mm-mm.
Like for instance.
And then all the characters look good too. Like Thanos looks real
yeah.
and menacing,
Mm-hmm.
and you can really see his expression and
Mhm.
everything. And then like even Ebony Maw and all those guys
They look
really good.
Like you can see all the scars, bruises that
Mhm.
they've had, and you know.
And I think something that goes underrated is like the New York fight
Yeah.
with like all the papers and stuff flying and stuff like that is really
Yeah.
really
And
drives home.
there's
the
no
fact-
like rubbery CGI
No.
suits or no bad CGI for Iron Man.
no, it's
like
perfect
there was
the
in
whole time.
previous.
And there's a lot of opportunities for it to be rubbery.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the Iron Man suit thing. I didn't even think about that. Like in Civil War,
Yeah, when his head was
there's
like
this
weird.
weird thing where his head just kind of isn't quite right to the rest of his body.
Right.
And then the one thing I think about that could be rubbery like really easily on a low budget is Thor just flying around with the hammer.
Yeah.
That
Or
could
the axe.
easily be rubbery. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So
Easily.
yeah. Good stuff.
All right, my number 2, I have Aquaman. It just looked good. I wouldn't say there was any bad CGI.
No,
Well,
I think it's
yeah.
all solid.
Yeah, I think it all looks great.
Mhm.
Like all of Atlantis looks good. All the locations they film out look good.
This is fair.
Mm-hmm.
This is fair.
Even the suits and all the what's it called didn't look ridiculous.
I would say some suits do look ridiculous.
Which one?
There are some Ocean Master suits that I'm like, ugh.
Like CGI wise or just costume design wise?
Costume design, which isn't.
I wouldn't count that as
Cinematography.
cinematography.
And then I'd say Black Manta suit's kind of ridiculous, but it is ridiculous
In real life, I would say.
as its own.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Like
So,
if you saw that in real life, you'll be like, "What the hell?"
exactly.
I get what you're saying.
My number 2 is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
They did something that we've never seen before, and it's kind of incredible.
Yep.
And yeah, it's just nuts. You know what I
Alright.
mean? Like I never thought that was not that it wasn't possible, but just like someone's creative vision to make that happen was amazing. Someone really did a really good job.
Yep.
What's your number 2? Oh, number
No,
1.
number
What's
1.
your number 1?
Do you have a guess? It's not Spider-Verse.
If you did Aquaman and Infinity War, what other movie did you see this? Not Ant-Man, huh?
No.
I don't.
It's not Spider-Verse,
It's
which
not-
is surprising.
It's not Bad Times of the Old.
No.
I have no idea.
It is Ready Player One.
Okay. See, you're okay. See, this is where we vary.
Okay.
So you like good CGI, right?
Yeah.
You like good
Well,
visuals.
I have
good-
an idea what yours is.
Mine is First Man.
Yep.
And it's for the exact opposite.
Good,
It's
yeah.
it's so good you don't know it's fake,
Yeah.
which is what I like. You know what I
Yeah, yeah.
mean? Like The Revenant, for example. The cinematography in that is incredible because it's just like the stuff they did to get that. You know, they had to wait for it to snow.
Yep.
Like sometimes they would wake up and the snow had melted on top of the mountains, and he was like, "Well, gotta wait.
Yep.
We gotta wait for it to snow. Have fun doing nothing for the next 2 days." You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I think First Man's kind of the same. It's like when you watch that, you're like, maybe they did fake the moon landing because this looks real as hell. Like you could, you know what I mean?
Right.
Not that they did. I mean, it's so interesting to see like something like that. Like, how do you even do that? I don't.
Yeah, I
Like,
gotcha.
how do you even get a spaceship flying through space on the moon?
And it's not like you can go to the moon and get what it looks like.
Exactly. It's impressive.
Yeah. We'll give it the First Man.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Next one. Best animated movie.
Okay, I've seen.
I only did one.
I've seen one animated movie.
And
There's
it's
no
Spider-Verse.
question. We all know what it is.
It's Spider-Verse.
It's arguably the best movie of the year.
Yeah.
So if this movie does not win every single animation thing for the Oscars, and it's got snubbed.
Yeah.
There's just nothing better
think
than
you
it. It's
totally
a good
agree.
movie, on top of being animated. Okay.
Yep.
That was easy.
Yeah, that was funny. That was because you were like, "Do you have 3 for every single one?" I was like, "All but one. I have 3."
Yeah.
That was the best animated movie. Because I mean, there's like Wreck-It Ralph. I think that's it, and I haven't seen it. So
Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah. There's another one. Did
Mowgli, is that one?
Mowgli?
Yeah, that one too.
Mowgli isn't out yet.
It's on Netflix.
No way.
I thought it was a Netflix original.
Did Cujo and the Two Strings come out this year,
Hmm.
or did Coco?
Coco was last year. I'm pretty
Okay,
sure.
good, because it would probably win because it's Mexican, so it's like racial and da da da. Damn, 97%, huh?
Coco?
Yeah.
I know that one's crazy good. Apparently.
Apparently, it looks really good. Okay. Next up, worst acting.
Worst acting.
Now, this is a little different from the overacting.
Yes.
Overacting is like you just went too far with it, but the movie might still be good. This is like the acting is garbage.
Yeah. So my number 3 and 2 are basically the same.
As you're overacting?
No, as each other because
okay.
it's like basically the same thing. It is number 3 Rampage and number 2 Skyscraper.
Oh, you've seen those?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So it's a Rock movie, obviously. With all the money you have to pay Rock, you can't get any other good actors. So it's just Rock, basically.
Yeah.
With some giant CGI stuff.
Gotcha. Mine is Annihilation.
Right.
And then my number 2 is Venom.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine. But like with mine, in movies like that, it's like every word that's said is like a life or death sort of scenario.
In
Like,
what?
It's Skyscraper, Rampage. People are always like, if we don't do this, everyone's gonna die. If something, like everything's worst case scenario or like to the extreme when they're just talking.
I got you.
That's why they're on here. So you said you're 3 and 2 already?
Yep.
So my number 1 is Venom.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
What's your number 1?
I've changed my number 1, but I forgot the name of it.
Are you trying to look it up right now?
It's a Netflix movie.
Oh God.
It's garbage. I watched it.
Bird Box.
No, it's not Bird Box. I don't understand why that movie all of a sudden got like so
It's
crazy.
because of the memes. There's a lot of memes around it.
Oh, you're right. Infinity War is on there.
I think I would lie to you.
Oh, where's it at? Okay.
Can you not go to recently watched?
I didn't watch it on this account.
Oh, never mind then. What was it about?
Okay, basically it's about 2 kids. You know what? Is it called The Closet? Room?
What? The Room?
No, Room is a good movie though.
Oh.
It's a sad movie. Oh, I can't remember. Okay, basically, it's a teen drama horror something movie.
Okay.
And you go into this closet and you get teleported to another dimension. Fucking weird. I don't know why we watched it. Megan's mom is obsessed with watching shitty Netflix movies. I tell you what, man. The acting in that movie was
Netflix level
and on par with, like, you know when you do those things in your classroom when you have to like act out like a portion of a book or something like that? It was up there with that. Like, I think I've seen people in Miss Buhner's English class do better acting than these kids. It's bad.
Yeah, I understand.
Bad. All right.
Well,
sorry.
the thing is, it's Netflix, so you can't expect much more.
I don't know what it is. Netflix used to make amazing stuff, and now it's like they're really dropped off the...
They have money.
I guess.
It might just be about making as much money now. But apparently, like, their subscription numbers are way down now.
Ah, I got it. It's called Seven in Heaven.
Okay.
Basically, you remember...
It's like
No.
7 minutes in heaven. But
Do you know what that is?
the game?
Yeah?
Yeah, is where you would spin in a bottle, and whoever landed on you would go in the closet for 7 minutes.
That's exactly what it is. They go into the closet, and they walk out, and they're in a different universe.
Oh.
How'd you... Okay.
What?
We're just not partiers, so I just... I guess, did you see it in like a movie or something? Or have you ever experienced 7 minutes in heaven?
I just know what it is. I mean, it's been on, like, TV shows, movies, other stuff.
There's a TV show that did it. What was it?
Family Guy?
Riverdale did it.
Oh.
Oh, Family Guy does it too?
Yeah, because Megan,
Oh,
Chris
God.
went in. It was a Halloween party, and they didn't know it was each other.
I remember that episode. They called it 7 Minutes in Heaven, huh?
Yeah. And it's like, all right, guy dressed up as Bill Clinton, you spin the bottle. He's like, yeah, dressed up as. And it was actually Bill Clinton.
Being sus.
Yep.
All right. Best acting.
Best acting. This
Oh,
one was
who do we
hard.
give Venom? Never mind.
Yeah.
Best acting.
Yeah, best acting.
What'd you say? This one was what?
This one was hard to narrow down for me. To think of, anyway.
Yeah.
So my number 3, I have Chris Hemsworth.
Wait, what?
My number 3 is Chris Hemsworth.
Wait. You chose people?
Yeah.
But we did movies on worst acting.
Yeah, so? I said we could do either or. I mean, if I want to individually do someone.
Okay.
Then Infinity War.
Okay. So you think Chris Hemsworth's the best in Infinity War? I get what you're saying. Okay.
Well, and Bad Times, because, he's in that.
Oh, is he?
He's the antagonist.
Now I really want to see it even more.
And it's so different than what we're used to with Chris Hemsworth.
Really?
It's so good.
Because you don't get charming, like, good
No,
looking.
he's charming.
Oh, he's just
but
bad.
He's the bad guy in this.
Okay.
Covered your ears.
I just don't want to hear anything. I'm so excited
I'm not
to
going
watch
to tell
it.
you.
All right. My number... You sickie.
I'm just dying.
I'm just going to spray down my entire house and you leave.
I'll just cough into your pillow.
Oh, thanks. My number 3 is Widows, for the same reason I've explained earlier.
I'm dying.
You are dying. Do you need some water or something, my friend?
I drank all my drink.
Okay, hold on a minute. All right, back in business. Death has been evaded.
Yep.
We are ready to go. Okay.
Very good.
All right.
Your number. Wait, you said you were talking about widows.
Yeah, that's just good. You can go now.
Okay. My number 2,
Uh-huh.
since I did people, but I have Josh Brolin,
In Infinity War?
Infinity War, and Deadpool 2.
Okay. Gotcha.
So.
Mine's Green Book.
Okay.
The acting in that is very good.
Yeah.
Both. I mean, it's basically focused on 2 actors the whole movie, but like there's some parts where they go to certain parts of. Basically, the movie is like Mahershala Ali plays a piano player, and the other guy has to drive him around, and the other guy's very racist, and this is a very racist time.
Yep.
And there's a lot of people that probably had to go out of their comfort zone and say some very racist stuff, and they. Yeah.
Okay.
But it seems very genuine, So it's good.
Right.
Good acting.
My number 1, I have Black Panther, the
Ooh.
cast.
The cast of Black Panther. See, my number 1 is the cast of Infinity War.
Okay.
I understand that I gave bad acting to one of the people,
Right.
but I feel like there's such a large ensemble of people in there. I mean, just Tom Holland, Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth. Both of the Chris's are amazing in this.
Right.
I think Vision, as bad as
Their love angle.
Scarlet Witch is, I think the Vision does very well, and yeah, there's just a lot of good acting in this. Black Panther's great in this. Even the Wakandans, right?
Yeah.
Like what's the big guy?
Yeah. I remember.
Mbuku.
Yeah.
Mbuku. That guy, amazing. He's in it for like 2 seconds, but like you can really feel that he's like definitely turned the corner and is now part of Wakanda again.
Right.
Super cool.
Yep.
What do you want to give it to?
Infinity War.
Okay, cool.
Alrighty. Next, we're coming down. We're on our 3rd to last one now.
Yeah, we're getting close to the best and worst movies of the year.
Yep. So this one is the critically average movie of the year.
Yes.
So despite its name, it's the movie that we actually make fun of the most.
Yes.
So we rag on or just talk shit about all the time.
Or just make fun of.
Yes. So my number 3, how many did you do? 3?
1.
Oh,
I
you
did
said
1.
1. Okay, but my 2 you'll agree with.
Yes.
My 2 and 3. All right. So my number 3 is What Men Want.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. We haven't even seen.
We haven't
it
even seen it. We
But
rag on.
I talk mad shit about that movie
Yep.
because it's garbage. It's coming out on Christmas. It came out on Christmas Day. Like, why?
Right. My number 2 is Sorry to Bother You.
Yeah. We're definitely critically average about that movie.
Yeah.
I have to look up What Men Want.
I'll see how it's doing. Didn't it come out Christmas or is it not out yet?
Oh, the fact that Rotten Tomatoes hasn't even given the time.
Oh, did you
or
see
effort.
Holmes and Watson? Got like a 0%.
Nobody has rated it yet. It
Is
got
it
a
out?
0%.
Yeah. Like, people are walking out of it, man. Apparently it's terrible.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I don't know.
Hold on. Holmes and
Well, while you're doing that, I'm pretty sure we have the same number 1. Venom.
It's Venom.
It's Venom.
We have talked so much shit about Venom,
Yep.
and it just like not like bad shit, just like kind of making fun of it. You know what I mean? Like we said,
Yeah.
$42 million they spent on that movie. 9%.
Oh
My
man.
God. On a $42 million. Wow. Okay. Yeah, Venom is without a doubt the critically average movie of the year. We have just
Ragged and
it's
ragged
like-
and ragged.
and just made fun of and compared. We compare it all the time,
Yeah, to
especially since they let
Spider
out a
Verse.
good Spider-Man movie. It's like that was bad on their part.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Let's just lead straight into the worst movie. My number 3 is Venom.
Hold on. Worst movie.
Worst movie of the year.
Actually, I didn't put Venom on here.
I think Venom. What's my number 3? It's not horrible.
I'm saying like these three are way worse.
Well, I haven't seen that many bad movies this year. To be
Okay,
fair.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So my number 3 is When We First Met. It's a Netflix movie.
Okay.
It's with one of the 3 workaholic guys.
Which one? Is it the guy with big hair or the nerd or
The main dude.
Oh, okay.
It's When We
Adam
First
something.
Yeah, that sounds right. Adam. I want to say like McShay or something like that.
Adam Devine.
Divine.
Oh
Yeah, that-
God, yeah, that does not look very good. What's it about?
It's about he's in love with like his best friend, and he
Okay.
gets the chance to go back in time to not become friend zone basically with her. Or he, I can't remember. It's been a while
Sounds
since I've
dumb
seen it.
already.
But yeah, so like he goes back in time and he ruins it and keeps having to fix everything.
Okay.
And then in the last 5 minutes, he just has a change of heart. It's
And
dumb.
just wants her as a friend.
Yeah, he finds someone else, basically. You know.
Garbage. Okay, my number 2
Yeah.
is the Cloverfield Paradox.
Mm.
Said it would come back later. Absolute garbage.
Mhm.
Also gave me weird like mental horror for no reason whatsoever.
Right.
That dude's just, or that girl. Is it the girl? Is it a girl?
Mm-hmm.
That's in the wall? Oh, that is
Yeah.
so
Yeah, she's just-
weird, dude.
Tubes and wires going through her. and
Ugh.
Creepy.
And she ends up being like a bad guy.
Kinda, yeah.
That movie's so dumb.
Yeah. All right,
I
my
hate
number 2 is The Predator.
You saw that?
Mm-hmm. I've seen it. Just
Ugh.
recently, but
Yeah, garbage. That had to be bad.
yep.
I've
Especially
heard it.
because it was Shane Black, which is sad.
Shane Black is all over the place.
He is.
He nailed. I don't know what was like, what was flowing through his director's blood when he made Nice Guys, but
Yeah.
he nailed it. But then it just. Apparently, he's very Shane Blacky. Like he has very Shane Black moments, and it just didn't fit for
I gotcha.
Predator.
Okay.
I haven't seen that, but I probably put it pretty far up there.
All right. What was your number 2?
Cloverfield Paradox.
What was your 3? Venom. Okay. My number 1 is Cloverfield Paradox.
Nice. Very bad.
Very, very.
Very, very bad. But there is one movie that I have no desire to ever watch again. And it's probably the most hold on, let me just look it up here.
Oh,
see
God.
what the fucking people have rated it. Because I bet it's way up there. 94%. Fuck you, Incredibles 2. You're not good at all. Worst movie of the year.
Okay.
Absolutely destroyed my childhood. I
That's
hated
funny.
it. I hated it. It was boring. It was the same exact story. Plot twist was awful. Literally followed it up right after it 12 years later. Like,
Right.
why? Also, you gave kids with epilepsies seizures. Fuck you, Disney. Bad movie. All right, moving on. All right, here's the big one.
The best
The 5 best movies of the year.
5. Oh, right, you did 5. That's right.
Did you do 5?
I thought you meant the list, but I can add 2 easily.
Okay. My number 5 is A Star Is Born. It was
Okay.
pretty good. Pretty damn good.
Okay.
And it may not be my favorite of the year, but it's a pretty good film. Like, probably one of the best movies of the year.
Okay.
But number 5.
Number 5.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah. All right, my number 5. I have A Quiet Place.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I mean, mine's very similar to my list. I mean,
Is it? Okay. My number My number 4 is Creed 2.
Okay.
I just think it's a solid movie.
Okay.
Also, it was a sequel, which is hard to make good.
Yeah,
So,
it's really good.
did a good job.
My number 4 is Ready Player One.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. I just really enjoyed it. Very nerdy.
I think you would love to read the book, honestly. Because if you enjoyed the movie that much, the book is just like a more thought out,
I gotcha.
extended version of that.
Yeah.
With a lot of nerd stuff in it. You know.
Yeah.
I loved Ready Player One. Watching that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know. It was good. All right, my number 3 is Avengers: Infinity War.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
My number 3 is Creed 2.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Number
What's
2, Infinity War.
Your number 2 is Infinity War, so
Mhm.
mine's Spider-Man. So that means your number 1 is.
Spider-Man.
My number 1 is.
First Man.
Yeah. Sorry.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. I just think. Spider-Verse is amazing. But it's a comic book movie,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got to get the thing and press the button. You know, just like it's
yeah,
its only
I got
downfall.
you.
And like I said when we reviewed it, it's like.
You'd barely notice that.
You barely notice it, and they package it in such a way that it's so different from all the other movies that you have to get a thing and do something
Yeah.
that it's good. And Infinity War is just 10 years of anticipation and story building all coming down to, you know, a big event.
Yep.
And it paid off, which is impressive because I don't know many movie studios / directors that could pull that off.
Nope.
I think they found the 2 directors that can really, you know.
Yep.
I think the Russos have done a really good job. But First Man is just like a perfect movie.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I
Like
got
it's
you.
just in like a very film snob like Oscars kind of way, it's like a good film. You know? Let's be honest.
I tried watching it this week since I was off of work,
yeah.
but it's not available to rent yet.
Ah.
So I was going to try to watch it for this to see if it was as good as you say.
It's a good movie.
Okay.
It's a good movie. Do you like biopics?
Yeah. Depends on who.
You
and
liked
what.
you watched what's it called, right? The Founder?
Don't think so.
The one about the guy that made McDonald's?
Oh, with Michael Keaton?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. That's just like the latest biopic that I can remember.
Oh,
That was
okay.
pretty good. All right. So what do you want to give the best movie of the year?
I still say Spider-Man.
I'd have to agree with you on that one. I'd have to agree. I think First Man is just a little bit of personal.
Yeah, I
What's it
understand.
called?
Nothing wrong with that.
What do you call it? When you give something favor.
Oh, bias?
Yeah, a little bit of my personal bias, but Spider-Man
fine.
is just so good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's. I think
There's
it's
only
good.
2 movies I've seen twice in theaters this year.
Yeah,
Infinity War and Spider-Man.
nice.
So
Those are 2 very
if
good.
I go
movies
spend
to
money
see.
to see it twice.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll probably go see Spider-Man again.
Again?
I've only seen it once,
I meant like, yeah, it hadn't been out that long. You're right.
and it's so popular they'll keep it going for a little bit longer. Because I'm sure it's still. It may not be filling theaters, but I'm sure it's filling more than Holmes and Watson.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
so they're gonna keep it going. I mean, Infinity War was in the theaters forever. Like we went to go see a movie like 2 months after that, and they still had it on like 2 or 3 screens. You know.
Yeah.
All right. That is a year in review, friends. Whew. That was a lot of awards.
Yeah. It was a very up and down year for movies.
Yeah,
Because
there's
there was a
great
stretch
ones
there where there was nothing or just bad.
right when we started.
Yeah. Because we started right after Infinity War. Well, not right after, but after that.
Yes.
And the first thing that really came out was Venom.
Mm-hmm. If I'm not mistaken,
Because this is episode 15.
yeah. If I'm not mistaken, Venom is the first
I can check.
movie.
Yep. Venom was well, we did Quiet Place, but that was already out.
That was out, but Venom's the first movie we did a review on as it came out.
Yep. Like,
God.
after we went and saw it, we did what's it called? That was episode 5.
That's gonna be our legacy right there. We did Venom first. Garbage movie. All right.
Yep.
Nice.
So that was.
So let's hope
2018.
2019's better.
I mean, Endgame might be like the best
Amazing.
movie ever.
I'm really hoping it's the best movie ever.
I mean, I'm trying to think, like, unless it just something happens in it that's weird, it could like be the best movie of the year.
There's not much else to compete with it. I mean, I
Mhm.
don't think Captain Marvel is going to blow us out of the water.
No, especially with the Endgame trailer, because the thing about Captain Marvel that was so intriguing is you thought she'd be the one that like saves the day, kind of.
She still can be.
She can be, but I think it's more in a physical sense that she'll save the day.
Yeah.
Whereas in Ant-Man, he provides what's going to save everyone. Maybe.
Don't tell me.
Well, just going based off the trailer.
True. He does show up.
Mm-hmm.
He does show up and say, "Hey, what's up, guys?"
I know you remember me. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Ant-Man's
we
kinda-
could be
Ant-Man's kinda
crying for
funny.
3 years.
What'd you say?
We could be crying for 3 hours, so.
Yeah. Ant-Man's kind of funny.
Yeah.
How he's just kind of like, the Avengers use him when they need him, and then they go, "Okay, go back to being weird."
Yep.
All right, man. Here's to a good 2019.
Yep.
Hope you're not hungover, because it's the first. As we're talking right now, absolutely. And I'll see you next year.
Yeah. Oh, that was lame.
Peace.